What's going on, guys? Pin and Smile here. In this video today, we are going to be talking about the wing trainer from Nabalis and the wing false slide blade, also from Nabalis. In my opinion, these are two beautiful balisongs. They both have their pros and cons, and that's what we're going to get into right now. So, starting off, I want to talk about the trainer for a little bit. Let me move this towel over here. I have a towel down because I'm over grass right now and it's really muddy out and I'm not trying to get my shit dirty. Ignore my emo cowboy fit. But the trainer, I will say it flips really well. I'm not going to say I prefer how it flips over the false slide because I don't. But for just doing fun stuff and learning tricks, you can do it. I only say that because the trainer compared to the false slide is very handle biased because of how much material they removed from the actual blade stock. But looks wise, the trainer is very, very pretty and I really do like it. For the handles, I really like the design of the wing handles. I really like how much grip it gives. I really like the design of the jimping on the handles, but we're going to talk about grip about that here in a minute. But I really like the look and the design of the handles. I have the black or the obsidian handles on the false slide right now. They originally came with the trainer, but I handle swapped them because I really wanted the obsidian trainer, but it was out of stock. I really wanted the obsidian false slide, but it was out of stock. So I bought the obsidian trainer and I put the handles on the false slide. But with the blue handles, the trainer actually looks really pretty. All of the colors look genuinely amazing. They really do. They're really vibrant and really pretty. But yeah, I really like the design of the trainer. Let's get into the grip next. The grip, I understand what Ethan from Blade Bias was saying of like, when you, like, if you see those little grooves, if you get your finger into them and just rub your finger along them, you can tell that your finger immediately gets pulled into one of the, into the channel of it. And I understand what he meant by that, but I haven't had any issues with the grip, considering that on the tall parts of, if this will focus. Sorry, I'm kind of using my phone, so it's not the best. Well, on the raised parts of the grip, it's actually got a small little milling pattern into it. So it actually gives you a lot more grip than you actually think. And this flips remarkably well for how handle biased it is. It flips really well. It's quite handle biased, but it still flips really well. You can still do it. It's not gonna hinder your ability to flip. But if you prefer more neutral knives, you're probably not gonna like the balance of this one. But yeah, it flips really well. I'm gonna do a sound test here for y'all real quick. Yeah, so I will say that the trainer blade is not as bouncy as the false slide, probably because there's not enough material to actually have the weight going, but it's still fairly bouncy. And yeah, I really like the design of the trainer. For $120, I would say that the trainer is worth it. Although if you don't like more handle biased knives or handle biased balisongs, I would 100% recommend getting the false slide, because this is a very handle biased. It's very fun to flip, in my opinion, but for how handle biased it is, I would pick up the false slide more I pick it up more often than the trainer. I still flip the trainer fairly often, but oh shit. I still pick up the trainer fairly often, but I pick up the false live a bit more, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is the trainer. Moving on to the false live. So, false live. As you can see, it's the obsidian one. It's very, very pretty. I really, really like the look of the false live. Another thing I will say, when I got the false live, when I got the trainer, this is how the handle gap was. This is the handle gap on the false live. It's a bit, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit wider on the false live, and that was even before I switched the handles. The blue handles were still super wide on the trainer, or super wide on the false live, which is fine. I actually like a bigger handle gap just because it makes it easier to do certain tricks. Oh, sorry, it's windy out here. Sorry, my hat keeps trying to blow away. But yeah, when I'm flipping the false live, it feels very good. It feels, oh shit. It's windy out here, so it's kind of pushing the knife away from me. My bad. It feels very good. It feels very neutral. It feels very easy, if that makes any sense. I've always preferred more neutral balisongs. That's why my favorite balisong in my collection, which, funnily enough, is the most expensive one. It is the Telesto V2 by Henninger Designs. That's my favorite balisong in my collection, and my favorite one to flip, because it's so neutral and has such a good balance. But yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. Someone's walking by. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I really don't like getting other people in the background of my videos, just for consent reasons, you know. I don't want to have one of those, you know, people getting upset with me because I filmed them by accident while I was filming myself. But yeah, as for the grip on this thing, the handles are exactly the same, other than the anodizing. They're exactly the same. I will say that the false live, I may have already said this, I don't remember, but the false live is a lot bouncier than the trainer is, probably because of how much weight the blade has. Let me give you a quick sound test so you can see. And these are all lubed and oiled and tuned, by the way. I kind of fucked up on the last one, but it still flips really, really well. I actually really prefer how this one flips. It's very neutral, it flips really well. The blade looks incredible. And I think if you want a live blade but you don't want to get cut, and you also don't want to tape up your live blade to get all the gunk and shit on it, I would highly recommend getting a false live. I think the wings are sold out, but lucky for you, there are 2 false lives still available on, or 3 false lives still available on the Nabalis website. There's the Hydra, there is the Canyon, which is all steel, and then we have the new Volt Pro false live. Those are all on the Nabalis website. I'll link the Nabalis website in the description. But yeah, the false live feels really good. I plan on sharpening it at some point because I do want to try and EDC this. Yes, I EDC my balisongs. I'm EDCing an Orion, my Orion right now. This is for actually cutting shit and actually using, while still flipping, obviously. But I'll do a separate video on that probably after I'm done filming this one. But yeah, I really like how the false live flips in compared to the trainer. I'm not saying the trainer is bad. The trainer is very good for what you're getting. If it flips really well, I can still do all my tricks that I do with it. I can't do a lot, but it flips substantially well. It's on bushings, it's got bronze phosphorus washers. And oh, I didn't even talk about the fucking tolerances. Alright, let's talk about the tolerances real quick for both of these. Okay, mind you, I have taken these out of the box, I swapped the handles, and I retightened them and did all of that. Listen. No tap. No tap. Look at the handle play on this one. Barely any. I will say the false slide probably has a little bit more handle play, but it's not bad at all. It still has great handle play. It feels really well. It feels really well. It feels really good in the hand. Both of them do. And at least for me, I prefer the false live over the trainer, not only because I enjoy flipping live blades. I don't mind getting cut, because if I get cut while flipping, it means I fucked up a trick and I need to not fuck up the trick. But it's nice to have it's nice to have a live blade that has it's nice to have a blade that looks like a live and feels like a live, but doesn't cut you. Obviously, if you actually put some force into it and run it across your hand, it's gonna cut you. Obviously, that's just how, your skin is soft, metal's hard, that's just how it's gonna work. Now, I will say that the false live is pointy. I have stabbed myself a few times with it while going for aerials. But other than that, it feels really good. It feels really good. I really like how this flips. It feels really nice. Oh, shit. Yep, and I still ended up getting mud on my knife anyway. Hold on, let me clean it off. Sorry about that, y'all. The wind was picking up. It blew the knife out of my hands into the mud, like an inch away from the towel. I'm so upset. But, yeah. I really do think both of these are worth the money. Let's talk about price real quick. The trainer is $120. You can get this either from the Nabalis website, or you can get it from Amazon. The trainers are sold on Amazon. They're the same price, and they'll actually get to you quicker. I got this in 2 days. The false live you have to get on the Nabalis website. It's not available on Amazon at all. None of the false lives will be. And the false live is $140. $139.99. This is $119.99. And I think they're both worth the money. If you really want the wing, but you don't want to spend $140, I say get the trainer. The trainer flips. It feels almost the same, just a little bit more handle bias. I'm not saying handle bias is bad. There are people that prefer handle bias knives, because I can still flip it just fine. I can still flip it just fine with how handle biased it is. I just prefer how the false slide feels. Both of them are really good. And I say, if you want the wing, definitely get it. It's very much worth the money. And just look at it. These are absolutely gorgeous. I know the camera's not doing it justice. I'm using my phone camera to record this. But damn, I just dropped it. Oh well, I lost some of the anodization. Oh well, it's not a big deal. But yeah, they look gorgeous in person. Honestly, so gorgeous. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my review on the Nabalis wing false live and trainer. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.